In the trembling heat of a sunlit morning, where the air above the earth shimmers like a curtain of ghosts rising from the sand, an empire no larger than a whisper begins its daily awakening. Beneath a cracked stone, hidden under the frail cloak of dust and dryness, lies a realm ruled not by size or strength, but by numbers, precision, and an intellect stitched tightly into instinct. This is the dominion of the Pharaoh Ant, Monomorium pharaonis, a creature so small it can vanish between the lines of your palm, yet so relentless that entire buildings tremble before its unending rise. In this unseen world, every grain of soil becomes a wall, every shadow a road, every pulse of chemical scent a command carved straight into the mind. Before the sun lifts its burning face above the horizon, the nest hums with life. The Pharaoh Ant colony is a living labyrinth, sprawling through cracks, floorboards, voids in walls, electrical conduits, an expanding tapestry of chambers and trails that can stretch for tens of meters in all directions. Unlike the great monolithic kingdoms of other ants, this species thrives through fragmentation. It does not hold its strength in one towering fortress, but divides, splits, splinters. Queens scatter through the network like sparks in a dry field, each capable of birthing a new dynasty. This polygynous heart beats like a many-headed hydra. Cut one chamber away, and the colony survives. Cut two, and it adapts. Destroy the whole nest, and the faintest surviving thread will weave a new empire. Survival for them is not a hope. It is a strategy etched into every living cell. In the brood chambers, pale larvae glisten like drops of milk in the dimness, tended by workers whose mandibles touch them with a tenderness that contradicts the harshness of the world above. The larvae pulse with slow hunger. They cannot walk, they cannot feed themselves, but they are the future. The queens, the males, the workers who will one day brace the walls of this growing kingdom. Workers glide around them in patient arcs, grooming their transparent skins, feeding them droplets rich with proteins stolen from kitchens, hospitals, storerooms, or forgotten crumbs. Pharaoh ants are omnivorous opportunists. To them, a world built by humans is simply a treasure trove of sugars, fats, insects, and microbes. In their quest for sustenance, they traverse smooth surfaces with feet tipped in microscopic claws and adhesive pads, their bodies bending and recoiling like flickers of amber light. As dawn warms into day, the workers emerge from the nest's hidden passages. They move in lines so fine they seem like scribbles of shadow drifting across the ground. Each ant carries within its tiny body a chemical script written in pheromones. These invisible signatures form the backbone of their communication, an intricate perfume of instructions that guides their exploration, their alerts, their recruitment. When a single worker finds food, she lays a trail so delicate it dissolves in hours, yet strong enough to summon an army. And that army does not march blindly. It calculates, divides tasks, spreads risk. Their foraging patterns follow rules that echo mathematical optimization, minimizing costs, maximizing gain, like living algorithms etched across the terrain. But the outside world is dangerous, and danger cares nothing for their brilliance. A wandering spider stirs the dust near a trail, its 8 eyes reflecting the gold of the sun. The ants feel the tremor of its steps, the faint shift in air pressure. They do not panic. Panic is an emotion for creatures with time to waste. Instead, the frontline workers split, redirect, adjust their flow like a river meeting a stone. A few sacrificial scouts test the boundary, mandibles raised, pheromone glands ready to warn. Pharaoh ants are small, barely 2 millimeters long, but they wield agility as a weapon. Their survival does not lie in defeating predators, but in refusing to be caught, slipping through fissures too thin for larger hunters, vanishing into gaps where only a whisper of their scent remains. Deep inside the nest, the queens remain motionless, except for the soft rise and fall of their abdomens, as eggs pass through them like grains of living sand. A single colony can house dozens, sometimes hundreds of queens, each one a beating nucleus, keeping the swarm alive. Their presence transforms the colony into a shape-shifting beast. If threatened, workers escort the queens along pre-built escape routes. Pharaoh ants are notorious for budding, a process where a small group of workers takes a queen and splits from the main colony, forming a new nest somewhere else in the structure, behind a baseboard, inside a mattress, beneath a tile. They do not flee from instability, they feed on it, turning fragmentation into strength, turning disaster into multiplication. By midday, the heat becomes merciless. World bakes under a sun so white, it seems to erase the edges of everything it touches. The ants retreat deeper into their hidden chambers, where humidity pools in thin shadows, and the air feels heavy with the breath of thousands. Inside, workers continue their tireless rituals, grooming, feeding, sorting the brood by developmental stage with a precision so delicate, even human surgeons would marvel. Here, pheromones linger more strongly, weaving into a tapestry of identities, roles, and intentions. Workers recognize queens not by sight, but by scent. They recognize the brood by chemical signatures unique to each stage. The nest, invisible to us, is radiant to them, a glowing map of meaning in a world where sight is secondary, but smell is truth. As the afternoon wanes, scouts venture again into the open. They explore with measured curiosity, pausing at every new surface, raising their antennae like slender, trembling wands reading the magic in the air. If the scent of prey or food drifts close, the tempo of the colony shifts. Pharaoh ants excel at exploiting resources too small or too inconsistent for larger species. A smear of grease, a drop of honey, a fragment of dead insect, they convert each into life. Their mandibles slice, crush, and dilute, breaking food into particles that can be carried home or stored in the crop of a worker, transformed into a nourishing droplet shared mouth to mouth in the quiet dark. Night falls, but the empire does not sleep. In the glowing silence of the world after dusk, they move with renewed vigor. Nocturnal hours cloak them from predators and allow them to forage deeper, farther, more fearlessly. Their trails snake through unseen corridors, wall insulation, pipes, floor cracks, an endless file system of roads carved by instinct and opportunity. They explore every crevice because every crevice might be the beginning of something new. And when the colony reaches critical size, the great migration begins. Queens escorted through the dark, workers carrying larvae and pupa in their jaws like precious stones. A silent exodus to establish new branches of the same living empire. In their smallness lies their secret. Humans wage endless war against them. Baits, poisons, traps. But pharaoh ants do not fight back. They simply divide, retreat, scatter, survive. Kill half, and the other half becomes a new nation. Corner them, and they slip through edges too narrow to see. Their biology is an ode to resilience, a testament to how life can flourish by embracing fluidity instead of rigidity. As dawn approaches again, the colony hums with renewed purpose. Eggs tremble as larvae emerge. Workers brush their antennae clean. Queens pulse with the steady rhythm of creation. Outside, the world believes it is quiet. But beneath the floor, behind the wall, under the stones, an empire stirs. Small as dust, vast as imagination.